Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is September 28, 2023, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News channel. All right, guys, so we have some breaking news updates, some urgent information coming out. If you can, please share the video. And it says here, UKR is sleeping giant #1 priority now. Okay, so this is not coming out from Mr. Burns. This is not coming out from the left. This is coming out from GOP, the right. Certain people, not all of them. So, for example, this dude right here, he's saying, hey, Crane comes first. But what about the sleeping giant citizens? What about the sleeping giant? Let's see, guys, it's 2 more days, by the way. 2 more days, all right? And it's not looking good. It seems like there's a possibility this thing might go to a shutdown. Now, if that happens, don't worry. Those that rely on Social Security checks, you will receive your Social Security checks. All right, EBT, SNAP, and all that, you will receive that. But I heard something about EBT, SNAP, and all that Gov assistance. There's a possibility. Let's say this shutdown goes for 2 months. And second month, you're not going to get it. But Social Security, you will get it no matter what. That's your earnings. That's something separate. But, yeah, there's 2 more days. And they are putting out a message saying, hey, no matter what, UKR is sleeping giant #1 in priority, no matter what. But what about the sleeping giant citizens? I thought sleeping giant comes first. I thought we are, according to all these people, you put me in. If you VOTE for me, I make sure the sleeping giant comes first. And everybody's clapping and everything. And once they get into the spotlights, a whole different ball game. Sleeping giant shutdown moves even closer. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Give me a second. 2 more days and counting. A Gov shutdown appeared all but inevitable as House, Mr. Kevin, dug in on Thursday, vowing he will not take up Senate legislation designed to keep the federal G fully running, despite the RIGHT, the right, struggle to unite around an alternative. So once again, you got the House, is at an impasse just days before a disruptive federal shutdown that will halt paychecks for many of the federal G, roughly 2 million employees, as well as 2 million active duty military troops and reservists. For long, many of those workers and curtail Gov services. So if it does go to a shutdown, there's going to be 2 million active duty military. It's not going to get paid. Many people, it's not going to get paid. But UKR will get paid. They come first. #1 priority. All right, guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, families, or loved ones. I appreciate the love and support. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, the PayPal link and the Patreon link is in the description box. Also, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Louis Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. I want to thank everybody so much for the love and support. Thank you so much for praying for the channel. Thank you so much for supporting. And again, guys, it seems like the deduction of my earnings has, everything seems like it's okay. But again, the last 3 weeks, ever since the beginning of September, they have taken 3 weeks of my earnings. So I'm not going to get that back. So they took that, and it's a new start. September is going to be a massive hit for me. But continue praying for the channel. And I want to thank everybody so much for those that support us, either through PayPal or Patreon. Thank you so much. And I received the kind letters. Again, guys, like I said, you can't put this as your career, all right? Because sometimes this platform is really, really, really notorious doing their stuff. So I do have a second job, and that one I do till like 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's why I don't post video until this time, because I wake up like around 9 and I do tons of research. So I'm 24/7 just doing the same thing over and over and over. And yeah, just imagine your job takes 3 weeks of your paycheck and only give you 1 week for like the whole month. That's brutal. All right, so once again, thank you guys for the prayers and the love and support. So UKR is Sleeping Giant #1 in priority. Remember I told you, these people said heaven and earth, we are willing to move heaven and earth. That's what they've been saying. We are willing to move heaven and earth. And I started laughing about that when I heard it, when I first heard it last year. But again, it's a metaphor, all right? What they're trying to say is, we will sacrifice everything we have, even if we have to take from Sleeping Giant tax and give it to Crane, we will do it. We are willing to move heaven and earth for UKR. I'm like, man, what is wrong with you in UKR? You guys really love that UKR. What is it gold, silver, diamond in there? So once again, guys, it says a gov shutdown appear all but inevitable. Okay, I'm gonna skip that part with that. It says here you have the House and the Senate are pursuing different paths to avert those consequences, even though time is running out before gov funding expires after midnight on Saturday. Again, Social Security checks will be delivered. I mean, again, everybody will get their Social Security check. I did some research last night. Actually, I made a video, almost a 30-minute video, and I went to upload it on Grand Supreme News, but the audio was bad. I cried last night. I'm like, no. Because it's 30 minutes of hard work just went down the drain. So I had to remove the video and I went to sleep after that. So, all right, so the Senate is working towards passage of a bipartisan measures that will fund the gov until November 17 as longer-term negotiations continue, while also providing $6 billion for UKR and $6 billion for Sleeping Giant disaster relief. Unbelievable, man. These type of money, it's not even being shipped to Hawaii. I mean, you know what's going on in Hawaii, right? Oprah in The Rock is telling Sleeping Giant citizen to chip in the GoFundMe. I mean, again, Sleeping Giant citizen pay tax for that type of reason. When catastrophic events hits, we have that insurance money. But the problem is that's being used to give to Mr. Z for that war going on. Meanwhile, we have to pay not tax, but also GoFundMe. It's really sad. So, and again, guys, all these people could come together and just chip in. I mean, they are billionaires and millionaires. All right, so it says here the House, meanwhile, has teed up VOTES on 4 of the dozen annual spending bills that fund various agencies in hopes that would cajole enough right to support a House-crafted continuing resolution that temporarily funds the G and boosts security at the Sleeping Giant border with this country. It's a long shot, but McCarthy predicted a deal. So McCarthy is saying, look, you know, we cannot just focus on UKR 24/7. We have something going on at the southern area. The Big Apple is screaming for help. You have other areas screaming for help. There's many coming in, 11,000 a day. We cannot be focusing on UKR 24/7. We have to figure out the southern area. Put your money on me. We are going to get this done, he said in a news interview. I think we can work through the weekend. I think we could figure this out. Lawmakers were already raring from days of late night negotiating. The strain was evident at McCarthy's closed door meeting with Wright on Thursday morning, which was marked by a tense exchange between Speaker Florida, you have Matt, according to those in the room. I could tell Matt really don't like McCarthy. And I heard that Matt might be running for Florida governor next year. Once again, Mr. Matt has who has taunted McCarthy for weeks with a warning to oust him from his post, confronted the speaker about the blank online influencers being paid to post negative things about him. Once again, Mr. Kevin shot back that he wouldn't waste his time on spending like that, Mr. Matt told reporters as he exited the meeting. Mr. Matt's allies left the meeting funning about... Mr. Kevin allies left the meeting funning about Matt's tactics. With his majority splintering, Mr. Kevin, the speaker, is scrambling to come up with a plan for preventing a shutdown and win the right support. Once again, 2 more days. They got to figure that again. They have to figure it out. 2 more days. So the speaker told the right he would reveal the right stopgap plan, known as a continuing resolution, or CR, on Friday, according to those in the room, while also trying to force the Senate left into giving some concessions. But with time running out, many GOP lawmakers were withholding support for a temporary measures until they had a chance to see it. Others are considering joining the left without McCarthy's support to bring forward a bill that would prevent a shutdown. With his ability to align his conference in doubt, Mr. Kevin, the House Speaker, has little standing to negotiate with Senate's left. He has also attempted to draw Mr. Burns into negotiation, but the Senate majority, you know who, Chucky, said the House and the White HOUSE had already worked out top-line spending levels for next year with an agreement this summer that allowed the Gov to continue borrowing to pay its bills. Yeah, to pay Crane's bills. That's what it is. McCarthy was deviating from the deal and courting a shutdown by countering the right, who said it didn't do enough to cut spending, he said. At the very end, guys, these two, again, this is not the first time. This is what you call politics, and it's always like this at this time of the year. And we have seen it many, many times. Even it happened under the 4-5 back in, I believe, 2018, when the 4-5 needed the fund to continue building the barrier at the southern area. It said, excuse me, it said by focusing on the views of the radical few instead of the many, the speaker has made a shutdown far more likely, Chuck said. Now, Chuck should not be saying nothing because under him and Nancy, there was a huge shutdown, and that was brutal. That was terrible. It just didn't make no sense, that shutdown. So they really made that shutdown look really bad for the sleeping giant. All right, so Mr. Byrne also sought to... Give me a second here, guys. So Mr. Byrne also sought to apply more pressure on Kevin, urging him to compromise with left, even though that could threaten his job. I think that the speaker is making a choice between his speakership and the sleeping giant interest, Mr. Byrne said. The White House, as well as the Department of Homeland Security, notified staff on Thursday to prepare for a shutdown. According to emails obtained by the AP, employees who are for launch will have 4 hours on Monday to prepare their office for shutdown. This right here is basically a confirmation. there's going to be a shutdown. That right there. That says it all. Everybody's been notified on Thursday, today, September the 28th, to prepare for a shutdown. All right, everybody got the email. And once again, Monday, you got 4 hours to clean up your stuff and prepare their office for the shutdown. That right there says it all. All right, so what's next? Well, again, once there's a shutdown, they have to figure something out. And they have to do it quick. Because many people are relying on their paychecks. They're not going to get it until these two, left, right, figure something out. And you guys already know Mr. Byrne is not going to deal business with them unless he gets money for his son, Mr. Z, from the Yellow and Blue Country. He needs $24 billion. He wants to give all the you know what to the Yellow and Blue Country, just like the GOP said. UKR is Sleeping Giant #1 priority now. But what about the Sleeping Giant citizens? What about Hawaii? What about Ohio? What about those that were impacted with the all these wildfire? A lot of them don't have homes. What about Sleeping Giant citizens and veterans being kicked out from the retire? I think it's a retire home. They're being replaced with the people that's coming from the southern area. I mean, Sleeping Giants should come first. Sleeping Giants in trouble. Big Apple. Multiple states that is taking in these new people from the southern area. Sleeping Giants in trouble. So if you ask me, the Sleeping Giant is the Sleeping Giant #1 priority, not UKR. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been confirmed there will be a shutdown. I do believe so. And they're sending emails. They're telling people, hey, make sure you get your stuff ready because yeah, it's going to happen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Once again, for those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Louis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he is the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.